After the age of 70, life takes on a different rhythm. The pace slows, but the questions grow deeper. We begin to wonder, not with fear, but with quiet curiosity. How much time do I really have left? Not because we're counting down the days, but because we want to make each one count. For many, this stage of life is not just about survival, it's about meaning. It's about cherishing time with grandchildren, finishing that old project you set aside years ago, or simply sitting on the porch, feeling the sun on your face, and knowing you're still here. Still you. But what if science could offer us a few clues? What if researchers have quietly uncovered signs, real, measurable signs, that can help predict how long we're likely to live after 70. This video is not about fate or fortune-telling. It's about knowledge. It's about giving you a clearer window into your own health, using 7 powerful, scientifically proven signs that researchers say can offer insight into your longevity. These signs don't just point to how long you might live. They reveal how well you're living right now. More importantly, each of these signs is something you can take action on. Because no matter what age you are, your story isn't finished. There is still time to walk a little farther, laugh a little louder, love a little deeper. So let's explore these 7 signs together, not as a countdown, but as a check-in. Because your life, even now, is rich with potential. And sometimes, the smallest change can open the door to many more beautiful years ahead. Let's begin. Sign 1, walking speed. It might surprise you, but one of the strongest indicators of how long you might live after 70 isn't hidden in your blood work or buried in a high-tech scan. It's in your walk, the simple, everyday way you move through the world. Scientists call it gait speed, and it's so important that researchers now refer to it as the 6th vital sign. Studies have shown that seniors who walk at a brisker pace tend to live longer, healthier lives. In fact, one major study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that for every 0.1 meter per second increase in walking speed, there was a 12% reduction in the risk of death. Why is this so powerful? Because walking speed isn't just about your legs. It reflects your heart health, lung capacity, muscle strength, balance, brain function, and even your confidence. When your body is functioning well, your stride is steady, your steps are strong, and you move with purpose. But here's the hopeful part. It's never too late to improve your gait speed. Take the story of Mr. Jenkins, a 78-year-old retired teacher. A year after knee surgery, he could barely shuffle across his living room. But with gentle persistence, walking a little more each day, using a cane, then walking poles, he slowly rebuilt his strength. Today, he walks a mile every morning and swears it's the reason he feels 10 years younger. If you're curious, try this. Time how long it takes you to walk 10 feet. Under 6 to 7 seconds is a good sign. And if it takes longer, that's not failure. It's just a signal to start moving more. Because every stronger step you take is a step toward more life. Sign 2, grip strength. It may seem simple, just the strength of your hands, but your grip can tell a powerful story about your overall health and how long you might live after 70. Studies have found that grip strength is one of the most accurate predictors of mortality in older adults. In fact, some research suggests it's even more telling than blood pressure. Why? Because grip strength reflects much more than just how strong your hands are. It's tied to muscle mass, nervous system health, cardiovascular function, and your body's ability to recover from illness or injury. Think about it. If your grip is weak, you may struggle to open jars, carry groceries, or hold yourself steady when getting up from a chair. That weakness often extends beyond your hands. It's a sign your whole body might be losing strength. But there's hope. Take the story of Maria, an 82-year-old widow who loved to knit, but had grown too weak to hold her needles. Instead of giving up, she started using simple hand grippers and doing light resistance training. Within months, not only was she knitting again, she was cooking, gardening, and even playing piano for her church choir. You can check your grip at home. Try squeezing a bathroom scale with one hand, or see how long you can hang from a bar, with assistance if needed. Better yet, talk to your doctor about a hand dynamometer, a simple tool that measures grip strength in seconds. Most importantly, don't ignore this sign. Improving your grip doesn't just give you strength. It gives you independence, confidence, and the power to keep doing the things you love. Because sometimes holding on just a little tighter means holding on to life itself. Sign 3, social connections. You might think that what you eat or how much you exercise has the biggest impact on how long you'll live, but science tells us something even more surprising. One of the strongest predictors of longevity after 70 is connection. Loneliness is not just a feeling, it's a serious health risk. Studies show that chronic loneliness can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases your risk of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. On the other hand, staying socially engaged, whether it's with family, friends, or community, can extend life, boost immunity, and sharpen the mind. Think of Mr. Lewis, 79, who lost his wife and drifted into isolation. He stopped attending church and rarely left his home. But one day, his daughter signed him up for a senior book club. Reluctantly, he went. That small step turned into weekly meetings, coffee dates, and even a volunteer role at the local library. His mood lifted, his memory improved, and he began to feel alive again. Strong social bonds protect us because they give us something vital to live for: purpose, belonging, and love. Even if you've lost people or feel alone, it's never too late. A phone call, a shared meal, a walk with a neighbor. These simple acts of connection can literally save your life. Consider joining a senior center, faith group, hobby class, or support circle. And if you're shy, start small. Just a few minutes of meaningful interaction a day can make a difference. Because in the end, it's not just the years in your life that matter. It's the people who walk beside you in those years that truly keep your heart beating strong. Sign 4. Mental sharpness. Cognitive function. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, not just for living well, but for living longer. After 70, one of the clearest signs of longevity is your cognitive health. How sharp your memory is, how clearly you think, and how well you stay mentally engaged with the world around you. Research shows that seniors who maintain strong cognitive function are far more likely to remain independent, avoid serious illness, and live longer. In fact, early declines in memory, attention, and problem-solving can often signal deeper health issues on the horizon, sometimes even before physical symptoms appear. But here's the good news. The brain, like a muscle, can be strengthened at any age. Consider Helen, an 85-year-old former nurse who began having trouble remembering names. Instead of accepting decline, she began doing crossword puzzles each morning, took a free online history course, and started learning to play the ukulele. Within months, not only did her memory improve, so did her mood, energy, and sense of purpose. Keeping your mind sharp doesn't have to be complicated. Read daily, try new activities, play memory games, learn a new language, or take up a hobby that challenges your thinking. Even conversations with others help stimulate the brain in ways you might not realize. If you've noticed some mental fog, don't panic. Sometimes it's caused by things like poor sleep, medication, a 15% longer lifespan compared to those who were more pessimistic. They were also more likely to avoid chronic diseases and stay mobile and independent. Take James, a 76-year-old widower. He battled loneliness, grief, and declining health after losing his wife of 50 years. For a while, he stopped caring. But then he began writing letters to his grandchildren, sharing stories, life lessons, and bits of encouragement. Over time, his outlook shifted. He found joy in small moments again. Morning tea, a robin's song, a visit from a neighbor. His health improved, and so did his hope. Building optimism can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal, reframing negative thoughts, practicing mindfulness, or surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people. Even smiling, just the physical act, can send signals to the brain that lift your mood. Emotional resilience doesn't mean life gets easier. It means you get stronger, and that strength can carry you through life storms with grace, courage, and surprising longevity. Because believing there's still beauty ahead isn't just comforting, it's life-extending. Sign 6. Sleep quality. We often think of sleep as something passive, just the body resting in stillness. But in truth, sleep is one of the most active, healing processes your body goes through every night. And after the age of 70, the quality of your sleep becomes a powerful predictor of how long and how well you'll live. Poor sleep has been linked to a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, depression, and even cognitive decline. It affects your immune system, your memory, and your emotional balance. But high-quality, restorative sleep can help your body repair itself, improve brain function, and add good years, to your life. Consider the story of Eleanor, a 74-year-old woman who hadn't slept through the night in years. Her sleep was light, restless, and always interrupted. She felt constantly drained. After speaking with her doctor and making simple changes, limiting caffeine, keeping a consistent bedtime, and taking evening walks, she began sleeping better. Within weeks, her energy returned, her mood lifted, and her blood pressure even improved. So how can you improve your sleep? Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Dim lights, turn off screens, and keep your room cool and quiet. Avoid heavy meals late in the evening. Try calming practices like deep breathing or listening to gentle music. And if insomnia persists, talk to a doctor. Sleep issues are common in older adults, but they're not something you have to just live with. Good sleep isn't a luxury. It's a lifeline. It's how your body resets, restores, and prepares for another beautiful day. Because every night of peaceful rest is an investment in your tomorrow. And every tomorrow brings a new chance to live fully, love deeply, and continue your story with strength. Sign 7. Independence in daily activities. One of the clearest signs of health and longevity after 70 is your ability to live independently, to carry out daily activities without constant help. In medical terms, these are called activities of daily living, ADLs, and they include things like bathing, dressing, cooking, using the bathroom, and getting around your home. When you can manage these tasks on your own, it signals that your muscles, joints, balance, brain, and heart are all working in harmony. Independence reflects not just physical health, but mental and emotional well-being too. It shows that you're still engaged, alert, and strong enough to handle the basics of daily life. But losing independence, needing help getting dressed, struggling to stand from a chair, or skipping meals because cooking feels too hard, can be an early warning sign of declining health and a shorter lifespan. Still, this isn't the end of the road. Meet Ruth, 80, who had a fall that left her fearful and dependent on others. At first, even brushing her hair felt difficult. But with a physical therapist's help and sheer determination, she slowly regained her balance, built strength, and returned to cooking meals and tending her garden. Her confidence came back, and so did her sense of self. If you're finding it harder to manage your daily routines, that's not a failure. It's a call to action. Talk to a doctor or therapist. Small changes like balance exercises, adaptive tools, or strength training can restore function and bring back independence. Because being able to care for yourself isn't just about pride. It's about freedom. And that freedom is what keeps you living life on your terms, one strong, steady step at a time. Now you've seen the 7 powerful signs that science says can predict how long you may live after 70. But more importantly, these signs are not just markers of time left. They're invitations. Invitations to check in with yourself, to reclaim your strength, your joy, and your purpose, no matter what the calendar says. Maybe your gait has slowed. Maybe your grip has weakened. Maybe sleep comes harder or your world has gotten quieter. These aren't signs of defeat. They're gentle nudges from your body and soul saying, we can still do this. Let's make some changes. Longevity isn't just about the number of years. It's about the quality, the richness, the aliveness in each one. And the beauty is many of these signs are within your control. With intention, small steps, and the right support, you can improve them, even reverse them. Start walking a little more. Reach out and call a friend. Challenge your brain. Write down what you're grateful for. Sleep well. Ask for help when you need it. Because every act of care you give yourself is a vote for more time and better time. You are not a statistic. You are a story still unfolding. And whether you're 70, 80, or 90, there are still sunrises ahead worth waking up for. There are still conversations, memories, laughter, and quiet moments that matter deeply. So as you reflect on these 7 signs, remember, it's never too late to start living better. Because even now, especially now, your best chapter might still be the one you're just beginning to write. Let's make it a long, beautiful one.